Hi and welcome to Java NetBeans tutorial of Alphabet app. So let me show you guys how this works.
A is for apple.
Here that A is for apple.
B is for banana. C is for cherry. D is for durian. E is for egg fruit.
So what I'm going to do now
G is for grape.
is I'm going to take you guys straight into Java NetBeans and we'll put one of these together.
P is for pineapple.
So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Java NetBeans tutorial of an Alphabet app. I'm going to start by clicking on new project. Make sure Java is selected, Java application, click on next. And let's give our project name. It's going to be called Alphabet app, and make sure the create main class is unchecked and click on finish. Now that my project folder is ready, right click on it, go to new, and let's select JFrame, and let's give the JFrame a name. I'm going to call it Alphabet app as well, and the package, let's say Alphabet apps with an S. Click on finish. Now that the form is ready, right click on the form and let's select properties. In the properties, let's go to code. Inside the code, I'm going to change the size to 1360 by 800, and let's go to the property here. Inside the property, I need the preferred size as the same. Press enter. Okay, the next thing I like to do is to enter a title for it. There, that's the title, Alphabet app, right there, and click on close. Now right click on the form itself or the frame. Let's go to set layout. I'm going to set the layout. Let's make it none layout. There you can see the blue line, the light blue line or sky blue, denoting there's no layout. Okay, before we can proceed, we need to import. Okay, now let's get a browser opened there. So in here, I need to download free TTS Java. Okay, the purpose of that object in Java is a text-to-speech object. So I'm going to download that. Let's come in here. Okay, or maybe here. Right there. Okay, you should be able to find it right here inside SourceForge and just click on it there. So I already have it downloaded, and once you've downloaded it, you go to wherever it is stored. Like I have it in here. Now all you need to do is to extract the file. Click on extract. Once you extract the file, you end up with these two files right here, and there they are, 1 and 2. Okay, the file that you need, or the files that you need, is inside free TTS, and go straight to the library. Inside the library, you need all of these jar files. Can you see them? You need, those are the jar files that we need. Okay, now that that is done, the other thing you need to download is you're going to need to download Java 2. I already have a tutorial on how to download the Java 2 itself. So all you just need to do is type in Java 2 there, and you can just download that. We're going to need that to create a round button. Okay, so I have a tutorial on how to create a round button already, so close that. Now the important thing is, now let's go straight back into our project here. We need, on the library itself, right click on the library and let's select add jar folders or jar folder. In there, the first one that I'm going to download upload onto my project is Java 2 right there. Done, and I have that here. Look at it. The second one are the files for the free TTS. So right click again, right click on your library, add jar, and let's look for those files. Those files are inside the folder called free tts. You should have that very folder, and go straight into the library. Double click on the library. Those are all the files. You can just select it all. They are all jar files, and click on open. There we go. J2, and all the sound file are all there that you can use to convert your text to speech. There, that is done. The next thing I'd like to show you guys are the images I intend to use for my app. So let's open up the images. Right in here are the images I intend to use. They are all in alphabetic order from A to Z. Okay, so I'm going to minimize that. So what we then need to do is, let's come straight into our source package here. Right click on your source package, and you can say new, create a folder. That's the folder right there. Okay, I'm just going to call it images. That's the name of my folder, and just click on finish. There, that's it, done. Okay, you can then copy, or what we can do is open up the wherever you have your images, select it all, right click and copy, and then go straight onto the folder that we just created, this very one. Right click and you paste. See, there we go. You see all those images? They are now officially inside your Java project. Okay, that's all done. The next part we need to take care of is to import the following libraries. Okay guys, let's import the following libraries. So go to the source, and right underneath here we enter as follows. There we go. Those are the libraries that we need for the text to speech, and this very one right underneath is going to be the libraries that is required to convert the buttons to run buttons. And let me import another one just for the message box, and this very library I will use that for my message box right there. Okay, now that all that is taken care of, let's come into my design area here, and we need to add the following. Let's look for a button. So I'm going to use this very button, and let's see the size of this button. I think that will do. Let's come to the properties. Let's look for the size. That's about 120 by 120. That is not bad. Okay, so that's going to be my first library. Get rid of the content in there, and right click and just change the name to JBTNA. So that's going to be for letter A. There, that's fine. Okay, now you see this very button. Let me copy it across. Let's Control C and just copy it across, and just select, copy and paste. Alright, I have 4 anyway, and these 4 buttons, what I'm going to do now is to convert them into run buttons. So to convert these buttons into run button, I need to add the following lines of codes right here, right underneath public static void main. We need to import set, look and fill. So enter that. So that is it right there. UI manager, which we've already called. That's the library that we've already called here. Okay, and if you go right down back there, we need to now import some throw-ins. So to get those throw, click on there and just click on add throws. 1, we need 4 of those. 2, 3 and 4. That is it, all done. You can see the error is gone. If I decide to run that very program now, what you will see is you will notice the buttons, these very buttons, they will become a run button. And right there, guys, those are the buttons. They are now rounded buttons. So one other thing I'd like to verify before I continue is, let's see how the images will look on one of the buttons. This is supposed to be my A. So now I think the name is now changed. This is A then. So let's start with A, and this will be B then. Now we have C, and D. Right, so let's start with A. Make sure A is selected. Go to the properties, and right inside the property I want the icon. Look at the icon there. Inside the icon we want to add the following image. Click on that, and I might as well import it all again anyway, so that I can get it right inside the drop down list. I need the image. There they are somewhere here. Yeah, those are all the images. Want it in here and finish. Yes. Click on OK. I've imported all of the images. So what I'm trying to achieve is to make sure this image fits perfectly into the circle. So let's run it and see. You can see that is how it looks. It doesn't fit right inside the circle, so I may have to increase the size of these images. So let's come in here. I need to increase the size of the buttons. Just make it a little bit bigger, and let's see what would be the size that I have in here now. Okay, 140 by 140. All right, so let's save that and give it a try again. 140 by 140 is still too small. Maybe I should settle for maybe 144 by 144. Right, save. Okay, that's it as 144. That is good. All right, the next thing I'd like to do is change the size of all of these to 144 by 144. Oh, let's set it for 146, 146, and this 146 as well. Right, so we can now just rearrange it all. Okay, so copy this, Control C, paste it there. Right, okay, now let's use one of these. I'm going to copy just one, paste it right in here. I just want to use that as my output. And now let's double click on this very first button, or right click and go to event, action, perform, delete this stuff. Okay, before I continue, the first thing I'd like to do is to define the following variable here. So right underneath there, I'm going to enter, take note of that, right underneath my public class here, I will enter private static final string talk. let's talk equals Kevin. Okay, Kevin is one of the voice that we can use. So Kevin at 16-bit, I think, or it can be 8. It can be either 8, but I've only noticed that 16 work much better. Or it can be Alan. That's Alan there. Okay, but my experience is with Kevin. So Kevin 16. Right, that is that done. So I have my variable there called talk. Now I will now go straight inside my button. Right inside the button that I clicked on earlier, or I can just repeat the same process. Well, first of all, let's give this a name. Let's just call it JBTN text speech. Alright, JBTN text speech, and this one is action perform right in here. Yeah, right there. So the first thing I like to do is JBTN text to speech. So I would like it to say A is for Apple. I want that displayed on that very button. Enter semicolon. Now the next thing I would like to do is declare as follows, or create a that is supposed to be an object for the voice. Object voice equals, let's say voice, right, that's correct, is I'm gonna call that I speak equals voice manager dot get instance. Right, enter a semicolon. So let's say I speak or I talk equals I speak dot get voice this very one here, and the voice is going to get is talk. Now I talk dot allocate right there. Okay, so we can let's use try catch for I talk. So I'm going to go for try as follows, I talk dot speak. What do you want it to say? I want it to say A is for Apple. That's all I want it to say. Paste that in there, in a quote of course. A is for Apple there, and right underneath here we now need to say catch any error, any reception error there. What am I going to enter in there? Okay, right here we just enter as follows. So let's try out this very first button. So I'm going to save and run right there, guys. So let's try it out.
Is for Apple.
You hear that? A is for Apple.
Is for Apple.
Good. So now that we know that's do what we want, let's increase the font size to maybe here. Okay, at least we know it speaks to the people Now let's select that and just copy and paste it right underneath there. Copy 2 more. So we need 26 of those. So let me just speed it all up. Okay guys, this is how the design looks now. So let's run it so that you guys have a good look at it. There we go. That's how it all looks. Okay, you can see the square button is now all rounded.
S for Apple.
The system tells you what's going on. That's A is for Apple. Now we now need to enter some lines of codes in here. So the next one is going to be letter B. So we might as well just come in here and copy what we have in there and just change it around. There we go. Copy all of that up to here, and let's go to the next one, which is letter B, and we come into, in the first place we need to enter the image in there. So that's going to be letter B. Let's see if it's in here. It's not in there, so we should be able to get it somewhere inside the image here. There we go. That's B there, and this is C. Let's see, what do we have for C? There we go. Get the image. Cherry. There. And what about D? So you can only do this once you've uploaded the images onto the project folder itself. I'm talking about you uploading it in here. You see that, guys? Let's come right up there. There we go. Those are the lines. Those are the images. That's why I'm able to just select it. And let's see E. Letter E. And the E will be somewhere here. There. Egg fruit. Okay, so I will speed that up and get back to you guys, but before then let's come into letter B for banana. Go to the event action perform, and we'll just paste right in here, and we change this one to B. This for banana. B is for banana right here. Then the next one is C. I think C is for cherry. Action perform right there, paste that and just enter cherry. C is for cherry. Some edge there. Okay, and there's one more here. I can't remember what this is called. What's the name of that? Alright, Durand, something like that. I'm gonna copy that. Now right click, go to event action perform. Paste that in there so I don't forget it. Now copy all of this, paste, just grab that name, paste it in there. That's a D. Repeat the same thing for the other one that I've taken care of. That's an E. I think that's got to do with, I think it's called egg fruit, something like that. Paste that in there. E is for egg fruit. and that'll be all for the first 5 buttons. Right, so let's save and run, and then we'll take it from there. There.
A is for apple.
That's good.
B is for banana. C is for cherry. D is for durian. E is for egg fruit.
There. So what I'm going to do now is just to speed up the whole process, now that you guys get the whole idea, and I'll get back to you guys. So let's do that now, guys. Okay guys, the lines of codes are now ready for all of the buttons. So that's for F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. In fact, they are all the same lines of code. The only difference is just the name of the fruits. That's just the difference. So let me just run it for you guys and you see what I'm talking about, and then we take it from there. It's almost finished anyway. Let us see. So if I run it, let's save, run right now. There we go. This is how the program looks now. So if I click on that,
N is for nutmeg. L is for lychee. F is for fayajos. O is for orange.
you see that, guys?
K is for kiwi.
However, you see, when the mouse enter each of these, I would like you to actually
S is for apple.
change the background color. Ladies has that. Let's
B is for banana. C is for cherry. D is for durian.
So what I'm gonna do is I'll come to the design here, select all of these components here, and just change the back color to white. Then I will support it with lines of code here. Back color, let's make that white. Okay, let's repeat the same thing for these ones. And change that to back color white as well. Right, now the next thing I like to do is maybe increase the font here to maybe, let's go for 72, and now right click on the form itself and let's select window open, event window open right there. So I'm going to start by saying JBTNA. Let's try that again. So right there, go on by entering as follows: JBTN in lowercase, JBTN A dot set back color, and the color that I want for is, I don't want it to be red, I want it to be white. Dot white, and there. Okay, let's maybe make it uppercase. There. So I'll repeat the same thing for button B. Change that to B. Let's go for button C. Change that to C as well. And there we have it, up to letter Z. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, one other thing that you need to know is you must make sure you import the following library as well. So Let's save it now and run the program, then you guys see how it looks like. There we go. You see when the mouse enters, what happens? The background color changes to white. That's mouse enter. Okay, I like it that way. So if I click on this,
I is for item underscore palm.
there we go.
N is for nutmeg. D is for durian. E is for egg fruit. G is for grape.
That's how you create your own alphabet app in Java NetBeans.
H is for grape.
I suppose you guys.
S is for strawberry.
I suppose you guys enjoy it.
V is for vanilla.
And with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.